Thank you very much, Madam President. On behalf of the United European Left, I would like to thank the rapporteur, Madame Marie-Yvonne Blonde, for writing this report on women in the armed forces, promoting equality, putting an end to gender-based violence. We are still living in a world that is not equal. The main reason behind this is that we are still living in a patriarchal system where men are seen as superior in all areas, a reality that of course is reflected even in the armed forces. Women have always played an important role in wars and conflicts during history, for example the Kurdish women fighters in Rojava. But women are nevertheless still a minority in the armed forces, especially among the higher ranks. One reason for this is the treatment of women. It is still all too common for women to be subjected to sexual harassment and discrimination in the armed forces. This is not acceptable, and we have to end this if we want more women to join. Education on issues related to gender equality is of course absolutely essential for both men and women. It is also necessary to ensure that women are not discriminated against, making sure that premises and the clothes are designed for women. Women must have access to separate changing rooms, bedrooms, etc. The armed forces have everything to gain to getting more women in, particularly because women are better at organizing than men and because women are better at empathy than men. Women are often most exposed during wars and conflicts. Connected to the UN Resolution 1325, it is very important to expand the role and contribution of women as well as to incorporate the equality perspective in military conflicts. Another important issue related to this is the organization of the armed forces. The armed forces must be organized more democratically, based on a public defense open for both men and women. We must broaden the task of the armed forces to include more issues. It can, for example, take part in the work in connection with natural disaster and major accidents. During such events, female militaries can play a very important role in dealing with civilians and, of course, especially women and children. A major problem for many women is the problem to combine children and family with the military profession, which sometimes require long travel and irregular work. This is something that we must take into account if we want more women to stay in armed forces. The armed forces are simply not organized according to the needs of women, which brings us back to my introduction. We live in a world ruled by men, which is built on men's conditions and values. We can change this, and we need to change this. Both men and women benefit from gender equality in society in general and within the armed forces specifically. Thank you.